Welcome back to News USA. It is January 20th, 2021, and it is official. Joseph R. Biden Jr. is the 46th president of the United States of America, and Kamala Harris is his vice president. She is the first female vice president of the United States of America, so kudos to her. Great job. And it turned out to be a pretty decent inauguration. Everything went smooth. It went on without a hitch. Nothing really happened. There were threats of civil unrest and violence due to this new campaign or this new administration being inaugurated, but everything went smooth. I'm pretty sure that 25,000 or so armed U.S. soldiers is a pretty good deterrent.
You're not as stupid as you look, Ike.
So they were not willing to be tested today, or there weren't too many who were willing to test them, I should say, today, which is a good thing. We don't need any more division. We don't need any more infighting. We don't need to be at each other's throats. Joe Biden had a pretty good message today, pretty much the same message that he's always been given, where he wants unity. He wants everybody to come together, you know, whether Democrat or Republican. He says he's going to be the president for everybody, for everyone, which is a good thing. I'm sure there's going to be some things that we don't like here that he does here on News USA, but hey, it is what it is. He's a public official. We'll hold him accountable. We'll keep it fair. President Trump exited the building early this morning with his wife. He stopped and gave a quick little speech. It wasn't long at all. I believe it was probably about 10 minutes or so. Pretty much just going over, you know, some of his, what he calls his accomplishments in his administration. And also he, you know, gave well wishes to the new administration, to the Biden administration, which is a good thing. And he wished them well. It's also being reported that he did leave Biden a letter. Not sure if we'll ever hear what was inside of that letter. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But it would be interesting to know what he had to say. But that is the end of the Trump administration. He is still technically being impeached. He does face the possibility that he could not be able to run for president anymore or any office going forward. That option is still on the table. And as we know, the former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is not too happy with the situation that took place on January 6th. So that option is very much on the table. We don't know how that will play out. The first 100 days of Biden's administration is going to be pretty hectic with all of that going on, and also trying to get this coronavirus deal under control. He's trying to get out millions of vaccines to everyone, and hopefully we get it under control, and by the summertime we can try to go back to some normal living. But they have been inaugurated. We are in a new administration as of today, and hopefully they do well. I don't want to see this whole thing crash and burn, although there are some people out there who would love just absolute anarchy. I am not one of them. I hope that the administration does very well. President Trump did what he could do. He took some beatings for things that he didn't deserve, and he also took a lot of beatings for things that he did deserve. But nonetheless, it was a polarizing, very polarizing presidency, and filled with a lot of division and fighting and divisiveness and turnover within the White House. And, you know, it was a lot, you know, 24-hour Trump news cycle. And we need a little bit of a break. Politics can go back to being maybe a little bit boring for a little while, and people can kind of clear their minds. Things can settle down, and we can go back to being the normal Americans that we were, and not at each other's throats and so divisive. Hopefully, that's all we could do is hope for it. But Joseph R. Biden Jr., 46th president of the United States of America, Vice President Kamala Harris, congratulations to them. Stay tuned to News USA.